Get ready for the action because Mike Perry is making a massive statement. This former UFC fighter turned bare-knuckle boxer is officially looking toward a major return. And he isn't just planning a comeback. He's setting his sights on the biggest name in the sport. Perry has made it clear that he is absolutely aiming for a showdown with the superstar Conor McGregor. And we have to dive into everything we know about this potential clash. Prepare yourselves for the fight that could redefine the MMA landscape.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
But the buzz around McGregor isn't just about Perry. The fan reaction to Conor McGregor's recent training has been anything but reassuring. We look at the footage showing Conor McGregor's comeback sparring session with Dong Hyun Kim, and the results are certainly sparking debate among the fans. Is the Irishman still at his peak, or is there a serious decline we need to talk about? We break down what the footage actually tells us about the current state of Conor McGregor. The anticipation is skyrocketing as we look ahead to the next generation of fighting simulations. EA Sports has dropped the first trailer for the highly anticipated EA Sports UFC 6 game, and it features some explosive moments involving Conor McGregor. We examine the trailer to see exactly how the game is portraying the rivalry, especially with the simulated knockout of McGregor by Max Holloway, and what this means for the future of the sport. And the story doesn't end there. The EA Sports UFC 6 trailer also sets the stage for bigger matchups, showcasing Alex Pereira's return against Cyril Gane, highlighting the intense build-up for the game's release. Don't miss out on the full breakdown of these massive fights and the predictions surrounding the upcoming UFC 6 release date. Stay locked in because we have all the details you need to know. Former UFC fighter and bare-knuckle boxer Mike Perry is signaling a major push for his return to the main event scene, expressing ambitions that extend beyond his upcoming bout against Nate Diaz. Perry, who is set to compete in MVP's inaugural MMA event on May 16 in Inglewood, California, will stream on Netflix, believes this return is the catalyst for bigger opportunities in mixed martial arts. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Perry stated that his belief in his fighting prowess remains strong, asserting that he is tough, strong, and skilled, and that he expects his name to be on more significant UFC matchups. Looking toward the future, Perry has set his sights on a heavyweight clash with superstar Conor McGregor. Perry openly expressed a desire to challenge the controversial figure, noting that McGregor has frequently criticized him while Perry is actively competing. I already did take the trilogy with Nate from him, and I've got to go out here and perform on May 16. Then, yeah, absolutely, me and him. UFC, hit me up. We'll make the McGregor fight. We'll fight at 170. I'm going to 170 for this one, and I'm going to shut his mouth, Perry declared. While Conor McGregor reportedly has 2 fights remaining on his UFC contract, Perry believes the promotion is unlikely to allow McGregor to walk away, citing the importance of his fan base, both Irish and European, who strongly support McGregor. Perry suggests that the UFC is utilizing McGregor's remaining fights to secure deals, such as the Paramount Agreement, indicating that a fight against McGregor would likely occur under the official UFC banner rather than on a streaming platform like Netflix. Conor McGregor's recent sparring sessions have failed to convince many fans of his readiness for a comeback, according to recent observations. Footage of McGregor sparring with former UFC fighter Dong Hyun Kim suggests he was dominating the exchanges, with Kim appearing taken aback by the intensity of the session. However, this performance has not swayed skeptics who believe the Irishman has significantly declined since his peak years. McGregor has been sidelined since breaking his leg during a fight with Dustin Poirier in 2021 and is slated to make his return this summer against Max Holloway at UFC 329. Despite extensive training over the past year, concerns persist regarding his current form. Critics point to the fact that McGregor has not secured a victory since January 2020, meaning his return in July will mark over 6.5 years since his last win. Furthermore, Recent training footage has reportedly shown him appearing slower than during his prime. Fan reactions have been largely negative. One viewer expressed strong doubt, stating, "Conor is done. All this performative S will get him killed now. This ain't 2016 UFC. Doesn't matter who he fights. He's going to lose badly." Other commentary questioned the seriousness of McGregor's preparation. Criticism also extended to the sparring partner, Dong Hyun Kim, with some fans suggesting that McGregor's struggles have often stemmed from his sparring partners, noting that Kim was not officially part of McGregor's team. Most of McGregor's recent preparation has been conducted alongside PFL fighter Eoin Sheridan, who is making strong progress. The overall sentiment among viewers remains unconvinced about McGregor's ability to reclaim his former status. The anticipation for the highly anticipated EA Sports UFC 6 has reached a fever pitch, immediately sparking controversy following the release of the game's first trailer. The trailer, which EA Sports released on Tuesday, promises an unprecedented level of realism and authenticity in the octagon, leveraging markerless capture and next-generation Sapien technology to replicate real-life athletic movements and reactions. The game aims to set a new benchmark for fidelity by ensuring fighters feel distinct through signature strikes and authentic movement, where individual strengths and weaknesses have tangible consequences. Furthermore, the inclusion of real-time contact with new ragdoll physics is set to make fighters look, move, and fight exactly like themselves. However, the trailer quickly generated significant reaction, primarily centered on the depiction of star fighter Conor McGregor. Fans immediately noticed McGregor featured prominently, culminating in a dramatic knockout scene where he was defeated by Max Holloway in the opening sequence of the trailer. This depiction instantly went viral across social media platforms, with users expressing strong reactions, including calls for his legal team to be contacted, highlighting the polarizing nature of the game's presentation. EA Sports has officially set the release date for UFC 6 for June 19th. The trailer, captioned with "Move like them, strike like them, fight your fight in UFC 6, is driving pre-orders, positioning the title as the most realistic fighting experience yet in the series. EA Sports has released the first trailer for UFC 6, immediately highlighting highly anticipated matchups, most notably the return of Conor McGregor and Alex Pereira against Cyril Gane. The game, set for a June 19 release, has already generated significant buzz, particularly concerning the cover curse, given the timing relative to recent high-profile events. Alex Pereira and Max Holloway were previously confirmed as the game's cover stars. The trailer kicks off with a simulated bout between Max Holloway and Conor McGregor. The footage depicts Holloway successfully dropping and finishing McGregor, seemingly avenging a prior loss to the iconic fighter. Later in the preview, Alex Pereira is shown securing a similar victory against Cyril Gane. The sequence emphasizes Pereira's remarkable turnaround against Gane, with commentator John Anik highlighting the decisive moment of the victory. Beyond the main event preview, the trailer features new cutscenes for career mode and brief highlights from other planned fights. Ilia Topuria is featured landing heavy punches against Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, and Arman Tsarukyan, though some fans had anticipated him as a cover star. Regarding roster expansion, UFC flyweight champion Alexa Grasso will serve as a special guest commentator for women's fights in UFC 6. While Tyson Fury and Muhammad Ali were offered as pre-order bonuses for UFC 5, post-launch updates are expected to introduce Amanda Serrano and Claressa Shields. The complete roster is slated for reveal in the coming weeks, with pre-orders opening on May 31 for PlayStation and Xbox Series XS.